So let's just get right into it. The next time you see someone online, creating content, I want you to reframe how you see it. Don't just think of it as a hobby or something they do for fun. Think of them as builders, as architects, because right now, in this digital world, content isn't just about getting attention. It's about building real, tangible assets.
And that brings up a huge question, especially for so many of us today. You look around, and maybe the traditional ways of building wealth, buying a house, some land, it just feels completely out of reach. So what are you supposed to do?
You start building where the cost to get in is practically zero, but the potential upside is just massive. You start building digital real estate. And that's the whole idea we're digging into here. Treating your content not as throwaway posts, but as valuable property that can actually work for you.
And the comparison here is so direct. Think about it. Getting land in a great location is a smart move, right? Well, creating valuable content on the right platform, it's the exact same principle. The value just compounds. A video you posted 6 months ago can still be out there 24/7, bringing in leads, making sales, opening doors. It's like owning a little piece of property in the cloud that pays you rent while you're sleeping.
And look, this isn't just some nice-sounding theory. It's happening right now. There's this creator, Michael, who started a travel page. And get this, before he even had 50 followers, a brand reached out to him. That was his light bulb moment. He realized the game has totally changed. Online, visibility isn't just a vanity metric, it is immediate leverage.
Okay, so let's talk about where most people get it wrong. They treat this whole thing like a weekend project instead of a serious build. They'll post a couple of videos, they see these small kind of random numbers, and their emotions kick in and say, this isn't working. And what happens? They quit. It is literally like laying a few bricks for a house, not seeing a roof the next day, and just walking off the job site.
And this, right here, this is the absolute key. The algorithms that push your content out to the world. They don't care if you're feeling discouraged. They're not human. They're designed to spot commitment. They need to see that you're serious about building on their platform, not just dipping your toes in. Consistency is the only language they speak, and it's what they reward.
So, if you're going to build, you got to build seriously. And that starts with a blueprint. I mean, you would never, ever start building a physical house without a plan, would you? Of course not. It's the same thing here. Every single piece of content needs this basic structure. A hook to make people stop scrolling, the actual content that gives them some kind of value, and a call to action to tell them what to do next. Without that, you're just piling up bricks with no purpose. Now let's double-click on that middle piece of the blueprint, the content. This is the heart of it all. This is what makes your property valuable. And really, your goal is to deliver that value in one of three ways. You either inspire people, you entertain them, or you educate them. That's it. That's what attracts the tenants, your audience, to your digital property. If you're not doing one of those three things, well, you've built an empty building. Okay, now let's talk about scale, because this is where digital real estate just blows physical property out of the water. Your reach in the real world is always limited, but online, it's pretty much infinite. To give you an idea, just look at this number, 20,000. So imagine you're a travel agent trying to sell a tour package. A single well-made video can put your offer in front of 20,000 people. I mean, could you ever get 20,000 people to just walk into your physical office? No way. That is the unbelievable distribution power you get with digital land. You're not just building a house, you're building it on a global highway. So in this new world, we really have to change how we think about success. Look, followers are amazing. Think of them as your loyal, long-term tenants who love your building. But the algorithm, it's like a global real estate agent. It's always looking for your best properties to show to brand new people. And that's why views are so important for growth. You've got to focus on creating stuff that is so good, it earns fresh attention every single time, constantly bringing new visitors to your door.
And, the return on this kind of investment, it's not always just cold, hard cash. Yeah, direct sales are great, but the real wealth from your digital asset portfolio comes from all these other places. You get amazing partnerships, you build life-changing relationships, you gain real influence in your industry, and all these wild, unexpected opportunities just find their way to you, all because you built something that people wanted to see.
Let me give you a perfect real-world example of this. This guy, Toby Uga, just consistently, day after day, created content that showcased the beauty of his home country, Nigeria. He wasn't chasing a specific outcome. He was just building this beautiful digital property. And then, after only 3 months of putting out that consistent value, he was appointed an ambassador of arts and culture. That's an opportunity he couldn't have even planned for, and it came to him because of the asset he built online. So let's just tie this all together, right? Every video you make, Every article you write, every single post, it's not just some fleeting thing that disappears. It is a strategic move. You are positioning yourself. Every time you post, you're laying another brick, you're adding another floor, and you're making your property in the digital world more valuable and more visible.
So I'm going to leave you with this final thought. The internet gives every single one of us a choice. We can spend our time there as consumers, just renting space in worlds that other people have built. Or we can decide to be owners. We can choose to build. And yeah, it's going to be uncomfortable at first. Every single construction project is. But a few years from now, you're either going to own valuable assets online, or you're going to look back and wish you had just started today when it felt a little hard. The choice is yours.